Hey guys, what's going on? It's Russell. I thought I'd do a video today, basically a rebuttal video, which is different from what I usually do. It's responding to a guy in our Facebook group that was talking about these anti-gurus, as I call them, the people on YouTube like this guy, who do videos basically debunking the scams, as they like to say, to show that like a lot of the financial education stuff and that the trading gurus in particular that they see doing all these ads on YouTube must be somehow scamming or fakers or that kind of thing. It's become a really trendy thing to do on YouTube. This was my response that I'm going to talk a little bit more about. So basically I was saying that the bashing of the financial education industry has become a huge business on YouTube in terms of getting views and going viral. People love to see the word scam or oh my god, he's a fake, in these videos because basically it really appeals to your primal fear of being scammed or losing money. And I see it all the time. I've been in the personal finance niche for probably a decade now, and I've been called all names under the sun just for promoting some of these people, services and courses that I really truly believe in, and I've had success with myself. So I feel quite strongly about this, and you'll probably figure that out as the video goes on. It'll probably be a bit of a longer video than I usually make, so let's hope we get through it. Anyway, so you have these guys like Coffeezilla and this guy that I'm about to talk about today, who are basically fame hacking these other well-known, not quite celebrity figures, but people that have paid a huge ad budget on YouTube, for example. And they're basically using their name and using people's fear to try and get views and followers and subscribers. And a lot of the stuff that they base their slanderous, in my opinion, claims on is marketing problems, over marketing. So I wanted to go through one of the videos today, a tiny section of one of the videos, because to go through the whole thing would just take hours and hours. It's ridiculous. So I thought I would actually look and talk about one of the sections in this guy's video. So I don't know if you guys know him, Finance Illustrated. So he basically says all trading courses are fakes or scams, and that traders really don't need courses to help them make money. So, in this video he talks about pretty much all the famous or well-known trading gurus. You can see another part over here, part 2, you can go and check out. But in my opinion, this is nothing more than fear-mongering. And I'm going to use one well-known company, Raging Bull, as an example, as he goes through his analysis of their products and services. So, let's get started, and I'll give my commentary as we go.
Probably seen these guys, and I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, just to share my thoughts about them. So we have Jeff Bishop and Jason Bond, real name Jason Kovalik. And I'm just gonna lump these two together because they run the same company, Raging Bull, and because they're the same person in a different body.
Well, that's not exactly true, right? Not the same person in a different body. The fact that he said that I've been waiting for this for a long time is pretty interesting, because I think what happened with Raging Bull, as an example, is that they had such a huge ad spend that they were just blasting ads all over YouTube and Facebook and Google just non-stop all the time. And this guy is clearly irritated by seeing them, right? That would be one conclusion to draw from the fact that he's been waiting a long time for this. And I know that was a complaint a lot of people would have, especially traders who border more towards the everybody's a fake kind of mentality. Is I feel like this guy is probably just irritated by the million different flashy YouTube videos that he'll have seen on ads before his own viewing of YouTube. So that's definitely something worth considering as we move forward.
And this company is all about flexing and sloganeering and making every single one of you rich, millionaire, profits, money. By the way, cigars on a plane, what is this, the 1970s? So these guys claim that they will make you rich, but I just want to share my 2 cents.
Okay, so that claim, in my opinion, is false. These guys don't claim to make you rich. I've been a member of all of their services for a long, long time now, And none of them have ever claimed that they're going to make you rich, not in their ads, and certainly not in their disclaimers and their policies and in their teachings inside the trading rooms. They very explicitly tell you it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You will not make money unless you follow all your rules, all this kind of stuff. So this guy's never been part of Raging Bull from what I can see. And this applies to a lot of these different gurus. I'm just using Raging Bull because I'm most familiar with their products. But pretty much all of these trading gurus, obviously there's some fake ones, but the same concepts that I'm talking about in here should apply to them as well. So first of all, he's picking on marketing, and marketing often isn't even done by the gurus, right? They just get told what to do, and perform by a marketing team. And I've seen this firsthand, and it's not indicative of a scam. If somebody has a competitor, for example, who's flashing cash around, the next logical thing is for you to flash cash around and one-up them, right? So they maybe have the Miami mansion, and you're going to have the Miami mansion plus a private jet and a huge wad of cash, right? That doesn't, on its own, indicate a scam at all, right? I mean, it's just advertising. You wouldn't say that well-shot Mercedes flying around the roads in Malibu for a car ad is a scam. No, they're just portraying their products in the best light as possible and trying to basically beat the competition, which is the basics of business, right? So by saying that they're flashing money and private jets and things alone, it's not enough to provide solid evidence of this is actually a scam, right? It's marketing and business.
Sense. You won't get rich, and you won't even get back the $3,000 or more you spent on their course.
And as you'll see, that's not always true. He's picked one of the most expensive products as his baseline, but you'll see in the next few minutes.
Listen, I've been following this scheme for a while now, and basically they're a team of professional con artists who present themselves as trading gurus, but they only have one objective. They want to pull you into this scheme by selling you ridiculously priced, overpriced, unnecessary, questionable courses. Look, there's 7 different guys in this team of experts that they have. There used to be a woman as well, but I'll get to that in a second. And each of these experts offer multiple courses. Monday movers.
Okay, I just want to stop it there for a second. So this guy loses a little bit of credibility with me when he calls them courses. So Raging Bull doesn't actually offer any courses, at least not premium paid courses that you buy as standalone products. They do alerts and chat rooms, so calling them courses is pretty inaccurate here. So again, that loses this guy a little credibility in my eyes.
Booster reporter, dollar raise.
Okay, so there he doesn't even know the names of the service. He called this booster reporter, and anybody who tried out the services or is involved with Raging Bull in any way knows it's called the Rooster Report. So again, that kind of points to his ignorance of these services, and he certainly hasn't tried them. He thinks these services are extremely expensive, like $2,999. That's not true. Most of the ones he's talking about here are like $200 a year or something. So Monday Movers, Rooster Report, a few $100s a year. So he definitely doesn't understand Raging Bull's products from what I can see.
Option Profit Accelerator, Weekend Wiretaps, Profit Prism. Again, what are these? I especially like dark pool profits.
So now this is another issue again with the marketing, where he's talking about the names. Like, of course they're going to name their product something cool, right? I mean, first that's what you do, but also because you want customers, right? It's not indicative of a scam just because you want customers. I want to call something really cool, like Matt's Tesla Trades or something, or the Dark Trade or something. The Ghost Trade was another one. Of course, that's just marketing. So you've got to look past that, in my opinion, before you make judgment on people, certainly before you start slandering them.
Now, 21 courses in total, and they cost a ridiculous amount of money. But
there's that thing again, 21 courses, they're not courses, they're alert services, and they don't all cost ridiculous amounts of money. Very vague generalizations here, that doesn't really lend a lot to this guy's credibility.
But hey, someone needs to pay for Jeff's private jet rental. Am I right, Jeff? Yes. And of course, as honest educators, these guys just want to help you out. That's why the courses renew automatically, so you never miss the latest, the greatest, the never before trading secrets. Just give me a break. Now maybe this could just be my BS radar going off, and there really are some of the best traders anywhere. Seriously, anywhere? Show me a guy who's actually made money by trading and calls himself the best trader anywhere. I don't think there is a person like that, except of course the CEO of this shady business. Now the reason why these folks are not in prison, because again technically they aren't breaking any laws. There is a risk disclaimer with all the courses, but the refund policy is a joke. Of course I didn't want to pay for Jason Kovalik's mortgage, so I didn't buy any of those courses. But there's literally hundreds of complaints online about.
Yeah, so quick discussion about that. So the idea that there's hundreds of complaints online sounds dramatic, right? Like, oh my god, these guys are scams. But these guys had over 100,000 customers, maybe more over the last few years. They've been in business, what, 5 to 10 years, something like that. And they had over, 100,000. They had somewhere in the six-figure number for customers. So if you find a few hundred or even a few thousand bad reviews or complaints online, that's perfectly normal. This is an industry where you have a low barrier to entry. You have people that are desperate to make money quickly. You have people that maybe don't manage their own money very well. Of course there's going to be complaints. It's just every business has it. Trading and financial education stuff are more prone to it because you sometimes have desperate people who are like desperate to make money, and then when they don't immediately make money from a service or from a course, they give up and get bitter and leave bad reviews and stuff. So the fact that there's only a few hundred or even 1,000 bad reviews on Trustpilot or whatever for Raging Bull is absolutely astonishing to me. It's actually really, really good when you consider the massive company that this is. So worth bearing in mind.
About the refunds. I guess you could say these victims got what they paid for. And yeah, to put the final nail in the coffin, there used to be a woman called Petra Hess on this expert team. But turns out she's retired. She's not a trader anymore. What a
So Petra was a guru at Raging Bull a few years ago, and it seemed like they went their separate ways because of disagreements with advertising. She wasn't so keen, it looks like, on the advertising atmosphere or culture at Raging Bull, and she went on her separate way. So yeah.
truly sad day for the markets when that happened. Except she's a convicted felon and was recently arrested for alleged embezzlement and fraud in Canada. Raging Bull, of course, refused to comment and swiftly retired her.
I mean, that's not particularly bad, right? I mean, that's the right course of action. Like, go your separate ways, right? Do they do due diligence on every single guru that became involved with them? No. It happened to me probably 6 months or a year ago. I partnered up with a guy who turned out he had a horrendous track record, and I immediately dumped him as fast as possible. Turns out he'd been convicted for felonies, and I didn't do my due diligence into him, and then it turned out that he was a bad egg, so I had to go my separate way with him. But it's kind of like this, right? So I don't really think this points to them being scammers or anything like that. I mean,
I'm going on way too long here, but I've been wanting to get this off my chest. There is nothing worth your time here. There's no proof that any of these hucksters have made any money ever, apart from selling these overpriced, ridiculous courses. Snake oil levels should be 10 here, but we can only go to 5.
so that kind of brings us back to the original post here. So the you can see I'm saying I'm going to do a rebuttal video. That's this video. So it really gets me irritated when these types of trading guru exposers are doing this stuff, because they're actually causing more harm than they're doing good most of the time. And I don't know if they really are just skeptical people, or if they're just doing these videos to get money from them from YouTube ads and things. So, but the basic idea behind this that I see is they're trying to expose these trading gurus to protect people, the public or whatever, from wasting their money. The problem is, in my opinion, it tends to actually work the opposite way. So you're putting people off learning stuff, buying courses, following people that are better than them. So what better way to learn than somebody who's 10 years ahead of you, right, in a particular niche. So it just doesn't make any sense. A lot of these things are not that expensive, and I give them out a try, and it has only ever benefited my life. So that's why I feel kind of strongly about these anti-gurus, just because they actually, I think they a lot of the times people will be missing out by following their advice because they won't try things because they were, like, their cognitive bias was confirmed by this guy saying it's a scam, you know. So I feel like a lot of people miss out. And one of the final points that I wanted to make, I made a few lists here. So ridiculously priced courses, the guy can't even name the services and lumps them all into expensive. Flexing is evidence of a scam. That really isn't evidence of a scam, it's evidence of aggressive marketing and a drive to build a business. So, yeah, and I think I used Raging Bull in this example, but it applies to a lot of these different guys, from Ross Cameron, or all these, you know, gurus, Tim Sykes. In my opinion, most of them are pretty authentic. They just come across badly from advertising and that kind of thing. So anyway, I think the final point here would be the main complaint that these guys have is advertising, and the fact that the guru is selling his information in the form of a course or an alert service, and that is considered by them to be evidence of fraudulent behavior, right? Now, in my opinion, selling a course that you have basically compiled all the information that you've learned about a particular topic into a course and selling it is a really smart business idea, right? If you're making $1 million trading, wouldn't you want to make another $1 million a year with a course, selling a digital product? Or in the case of alert services, when you are making your trades, all you have to do is write them out into a little program that gets sent off to subscribers, and you make another 100,000 a month from that on top of your trading products. I think you'd be kind of silly not to do that, right? Like, why not? That's a good business decision, and it by itself is not indicative of a scam. So I think that's all I've really got to say about this. I'm going to do some more videos on this because I do think it will help people realize that there's always two sides to the story. Alright guys, till next time.